Hi, my name is Budo, and I'm a 3rd-degree black belt in Budo Ryu Ninjutsu. I study with the Budo Ryu Kai, the Soke Anshu Christa Jacobson. And this is a little background on a little story on my journey through ninjutsu. As a kid, I grew up in Sandhills, Nebraska. The youngest of 7. You know, I had older brothers that were, this is back in the 80s, so I was born beginning of the 80s, 82. So in the mid 80s and late 80s, there was a big ninja boom, and my brothers were all about it. So guess who got into it? Me too. So I didn't have video games and stuff like that. I mean, we didn't. I mean, there was an Atari, but I had to work a lot. I mean, it was just, my dad was more about getting us out in the field or out of the house working. Well, my parents divorced about when I was 12, so I got bounced around a lot, moved around, lived in multiple cities, and got lots of trouble. The normal. I mean, name your cliche. My dad ruled by an iron fist. Yes, this is the way he was. He was an old cowboy, and he didn't put up no shit. But he was a good man. He taught me a lot of good things. Gave me some good. Taught me how to be an honest person. Taught me how to give somebody an honest day's work. I watched all the ninja movies, and it was just like, one of my all-time favorite movie was American Ninja, and I was like, yes, it's as an American that's ninja, that it's a possibility. So that's that was kind of my thing. I was like, yes, I want to be like that. But in order to get in order to be a ninja, you gotta know how to fight. You gotta and growing up in a lot of places I did, you wanted to learn how to fight. That's one of those things you did. So when I was younger, I took Taekwondo. And my grades had failed. My father thought it was because of my grades, so he made me quit. Then later on in life, I took some boxing lessons and went into boxing for a little while. I wound up with a different coach on accident. Got into a fight in school, pummeled a kid pretty good, and the teacher got me out of it. I didn't end up going to jail or juvenile hall, but they introduced me to a boxing coach. And from there, I got into boxing pretty good, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. Previous on that, after I grew up, I ended up learning some Tai Chi when I lived in Salt Lake City for a little while, and then I studied Wing Chun Kung Fu. That was I was with not really a master, but he was a higher ranking person, and he taught me on the side. It was nothing that I went to an organization and did. So from there it was like, okay. But I'd studied Wing Chun with him, and then he moved away and I'd moved away, and that was the end of my Wing Chun career. My journey in ninjutsu started when I was very, very young. After my oldest brother, he went to the Marines and went to Desert Storm, and I never saw him after that. I didn't really, get to hang out with him a lot, because he was one that kind of really got me into the ninja thing. And, he had his old ninja magazines and all his ninja movies and stuff. And I come across this one of the instructors in there, his name was Robert Bussey. And so I wrote him a letter. I had my mom mail it. So I'm mailing this letter. My mom's like, what's in it? I was like, well, it's just a letter to this guy I know. I told a lie. I mean, I read the articles in Ninja magazine, where he went to Japan, studied with Hatsumi, and he did all these things, and he was a ninja, and I think he was out of Fremont, Nebraska. That's where I mailed that letter to. I remember, and he was the closest thing to me. And I'm like, hey, I pledge my allegiance to him. I want to learn this so bad. I want to learn ninjutsu. And worked my tail off, paid for the stamps and the envelope that took to mail that letter. My mom sent it off. And that was, and I never ever heard back from him. I never did. It was like, man, it was now I think about it, he was probably like a weird kid. He probably got millions of those letters, but at the time I could not wait to see that letter come back and say, you can be my apprentice, you can be my student, I'll take you. And I want to study ninjutsu because it's been a dream of mine as a kid. Since I was 5 years old, I remember. There was times where, I'd have a ski mask on and run around with a wooden stick all day long. And that was just my dream. It's always been one of those things I've always wanted to do. And, some people, I don't know, some people always want to learn how to surf or, go do this or jump off a mountain with a parachute. I wanted to be a ninja. I wanted to study ninjutsu. And that, to me, that was my ultimate goal, was to study ninjutsu. So I chased it. There for a while, I got away from it, but I chased it. And I found it. I want to study with the Budo Ryu Kai because it's been one of those things where, it's, to me, it's no bullshit. Brass taxes. Let's sit down and talk about it. It ain't no bullshit. And it's, yeah, when you go in, when you work out, it's a work, you pushing the floor down. I've never, ever walked out of a class not sweating, not feeling better about myself. There's just no bullshit. You go in and you study. And you study the arts, and you get a deep understanding for it. To me, it's just a great environment. I've been there for 12 years, 11 plus, at least 11, 12 years. Why study with Soke Anshu Christa Jacobson? My first day, I went a 4-hour class. And from day one, it's always been no bullshit. Like, you go in and you train. She gives, her all when she trains. When you're training with her, you get everything. And as long as you give it back. And she didn't judge me for my tattoos. She didn't judge me for my past. I told her, I was honest with her and said, look, this is who I am. This is what's happened to me in my life. This is who I am, and this is what is going on. And, I really want to learn ninjutsu. This is what I want. And she said, okay, come on up here and have a class. And it was just that easy. It was like, you don't care that I've done these things in my life. No. She was a good person to me from day one. She always was there when I needed to talk to her. She was always direct to the point. She never held nothing back. If I was messing up, she'd let me know. And and since day one when I found her, it was, I knew, even the first day. My first day was hell. I smoked 2 packs a day. I think I was chewing at the time, and I drank a 30-pack almost by myself every day and a half. I was no cupcake. And now I don't do that. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes no more. I don't chew. Have a beer once in a while. But I don't do none of that stuff now. But at that time, in search of a master, that's what I was doing. And she left it on me. But she didn't push me away saying, well, you're drinking, so I can't have you as a student. She said, well, you can drink all you want, but you're going to pay for it. And I did. And that first day for me was one of the roughest days I had. But I came back. The end of that 4-hour day, I scheduled another weekend, said I will be up here this weekend. Because I knew when I got there that that's what I wanted to do. And this is who I want to be my master. Studying with her is intense. She's going to push you to a limit where you don't know if you could even take it. where, you know, it's a limit that, or a threshold. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know a good word for it. I know how to explain it, but not a good word for it. It's a limit or a threshold that you didn't know you could go past. And she will take you there, push you beyond that, and show you something better in life with purpose. It's one of those things where you lose yourself and find yourself. When Soke showed me the scrolls for the first time, I mean, I've been there quite a few years, and there's been a couple times I've seen mini scrolls. But when she showed me the scrolls, it was, at first, you know, I don't read Japanese, but she's helped me understand what the kanji means, and is showing me the scrolls, and it just gives me, and some of the scrolls that she has, I mean, hell, are older than any lineage of mine I can track back, you know. I mean, it was an awe. It was amazing. To me, it was amazing because, you know, I'm kind of redneck-ish, you know, and being a redneck, you know, everybody has their little pun. They want to kick it at me. Do what you say, do what you want. I don't care. I'm a redneck, and I'm proud. But being a redneck, you know, I mean, there is a way of life that's being passed down, you know. I mean, my daddy had Indian blood in him, and, you know, he knew certain things, and I hung out with a lot of natives, and there was old ways. It was understanding those things, and it was passed down through Kunin, and you've seen some things, and to me, it was a similar set. It was being passed down, you know. She was passing down and showing me some of the old ways and how they did things, and it was just, to me, it was absolutely amazing. Seeing some of these things and understanding some of this was just like, this is intense. I mean, to be perfectly honest, this is fucking awesome, you know. But being there and having that respect from her, for her to show these to me, for her to lay this scroll out from top to bottom, front to back, show me and explain to me what this meant and why we do this, and to help me understand and be able to read it was just, it was an awesome experience. And, you know, it was one that I can never take back. It was just high points in life. It was great. To me, the Budo Ryu has given me, you know, a better way to live. Well, on that note, if you live in South Central Kansas, around the Wichita area, and you're looking to train in authentic ninjutsu and samurai bujutsu, go to the website, BudoRyuNinjutsu.com, and go to the dojo locator, hit the fucking, go to Budo Ryu Ninjutsu locator, hit the link, you'll find Wichita Shinobi Den. My number will be there. Shoot me a text. If you call me, I may not answer, but if you shoot me a text, let me know what you need. I'll get right back. I'll get to you, you know, and we can set something up. We can start training. We'll get something going. I'm Mr.Beyer with the Budo Ryu Kai. Like I said, I'm an instructor at the Budo Ryu Shinobi Den. Let me know if you want to train. If you're in South Central Kansas, or even Western Kansas, call me up or give me a text. Let me know what you need. All right, y'all take care. Train hard.